we're good on Facebook. Let's see if we're good on IG. IG is always the last one. All right. IG's popping up. All right. Let me sit right here. Yeah, we're not good on IG. It's like kind of move this. Move that. It's not centered. So move this chair. I think it may be kind of zoomed in. I'm just leave it like that. How y'all doing? Doing. All right, let me go ahead and knock this out. All right, today we're gonna be talking about. Here we go. Make sure I'm centered in Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, we're good. Looks better than last time. So, all right. So today we're gonna be talking about. Let me see. Go live. All right, we're good to go there. Go back to here. All right. Test one, test two. All right. So today we're going to be talking about, creating content. A lot of people want to create content, and they stress themselves out. Hold on. They stress themselves out thinking about how to come up with new content day in and day out. So I'm gonna give y'all a tip, one major tip. All right. And I'm gonna start the video. I got my script going. I just got started up. And again, I wrote this today. It's not a big issue to write things out, just to keep my thoughts together. All right. But yeah, so I'm gonna read the script. If y'all got any questions, you go ahead and ask your question, and then I'll answer the question after I finish because I got the script. All right. So talk to y'all. Ready and play. All right. You want to know the best way to come up with content every single day? Don't. Or better yet, let me tell you how to come up with content every single day. All right. You don't. All right. The secret to content creation isn't coming up with something new every day. It's talking about the same thing every day in, day out. All right. So think about Sports Center. All right. They build $1 billion business, $1 billion brand, talking about what? They talk about what happened in sports yesterday. That's simple, right? Or take CNN. What do they talk about? They talk about what happened in the world yesterday, maybe today, but that's the formula. Even churches, week after week, day after day, right, are centered around the same foundation. Most are teaching from the same Bible, often about the character we know, Jesus Christ, right? The same subject, different message. Or look at court shows, Judge Judy, Judge Faith, always lost. The same topic, different cases. So know this, it's not your job to reinvent content every day. It's your job to be consistent because people don't follow you for randomness. They follow you because they know what they're going to get. If you start jumping from topic to topic, today is fitness, tomorrow's politics, the next day is cooking, you're going to confuse your audience, and confuse people do what? They leave, right? Imagine the church. One day they teach the Bible, the next day they teach the Torah, the next day they teach the Quran, right? What would they get attention? Maybe. But would they build a loyal, consistent audience? Probably not, right? Consistency builds trust. I learned this way back in high school. I may be aging myself. I ain't put the year, but I learned this in high school. I was playing in the marching band, right? We did parades that lasted an hour. You think we learned 50 to 60, 100 songs to fill that time? No, we had like 3 songs. Why? Because we were moving. The crowd was standing still, so every time we played the song, we weren't repeating the song. We were performing for a new audience, right? That changed how I see content. Now, let's address the real question. Won't you get bored? The answer is yes, you will get bored, but your audience won't because they came to hear, just like they go to a concert, They come to hear their favorite song. You think Beyonce doesn't get bored from singing the same songs night in, night out, city after city, the same notes, the same lyrics, the same performance? She walks out of there and she does it again. Why? Because that's the job. That's the trade off. And once you get your groove, people will come back to hear you talk your talk, right? If you want to make a living creating content, you're not chasing excitement every day. You're committing to repetition. So choose your lane wisely, pick your passion, because the thing you pick, you're going to live in it. She loves to sing, Beyonce, right? So she gets to sing. If you love beauty, talk beauty. If you love sports, talk sports. If you love law, talk law. New content is already happening every day. There's always a new basketball game. There's always a new piece of tech. There's always a new product you can review. You don't need to create something out of nothing. Just talk about what's already happening through your lens. If you love sports, talk about your sports team. You like the Washington Wizards? You like the Baltimore Ravens? Talk about them every day. So, how do you come up with something new to talk about day in and day out? Again, you don't. You stay in it, you show up consistently, and that's the game. All right. So I did my script right there. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. I may do it again. No, I think I did okay there, and that took me about how long did that take? I don't know. Less than 5 minutes. I can't see, but less than 5 minutes. So that's how quick and easy it is to create content. Like I do this, I come in here, I set up a little bit, I do about 5 minutes, and then time to roll, go home, right? So and then I can chop this clip up I did, and I'd say I did this in 5 minutes. I have at least five different clips, or you know, five different 30-second clips where I said something, that stands out. And I'll chop these up and then put those on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, just reutilizing the content. So again, pick a topic. I talk about creating content every day. Pick a topic and then create your content. Simple as that. And then you show up consistently. I can come in here every day. I don't come on the weekends. I may come on the weekend, but I can do it whenever I want because I create little clips, and then those clips I can reutilize. All right. And I can do another video right now if I wanted to, and I can stack my content. So I may talk about content stacking next, where I can come in here. That took me about 5 minutes. If I get my stuff ready, it'll take me about 15 minutes total of recording. That's not a big deal, right? And then I have 3 episodes or 3 days worth of work if I know I'm going to be gone for a while. So you want to stack your content as well. So that's what you can do. So if y'all have any questions or concerns, it's like 8 minutes so far. But if you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know, and I'll see y'all. All right. Talk to y'all. Let me check here, see if there's any questions on here. Studio chat. Nope. All right. And again, consistency is key. You don't got to come up with something new every day. You talk about the things that are you're passionate about. If you do hair, talk hair. If you do hair every day, just record yourself doing someone's hair every day. You do nails every day, just record yourself doing someone's nails every day. And then that'll be a long video, but you can fast forward in and then, overdub it, do a voiceover and talk about what you're doing and what you're thinking about. You don't have to come up with something new every day. Just live your life, fulfill that niche that you want to do, and just stay in that lane, and people will come, especially if you're good or you're getting better and you're doing the same thing every day. You're not flip-flopping and jumping back and forth. You'll get better at what you're doing daily, and then people will watch you because they aspire to be like you, and then they'll watch you as inspiration. So yeah, just keep doing your thing. Don't overthink it. Don't be scared. Don't be nervous. I say that it's easy, but the more you do it, right? I'm not nervous because I do this every day, right? I used to be nervous. I used to be, questioning what I say. Like even if I mess up, if I stutter like that, I used to start over. Like now I don't care. Like it doesn't matter. This is here. Few people are watching. That's fine. I appreciate y'all for watching. But I know that I can make a clip from there. So the key is just to create the content, Now you got a storehouse of content that you can chop up. And if you look in my feed, you can see me posting videos of the key points that I want people to see. So you got to put those points on camera and record it, all right, in order to have it. So just make the content. I'm just talking down for 10 minutes. Just make the content, and then you'll have the content in order to be consistent. I can just pull out my phone one day and find an old clip that I haven't posted yet and then post that clip, all right? One that I liked and just repost that. And I'll always have something to post day in and day out. But I'm talking about the same thing every day. I'm not making up something new day in and day out. I might talk about a different subject, but I'm talking about content creation. Today I talked about how to create different content every day, and that's you don't. All right, you don't create content every day. You speak about the same thing day in and day out. Like you talk about yesterday's basketball game. The next day you talk about yesterday's basketball game. All right, so same thing. News, sportscasters, Judge Judy, everyone does the same thing. Musicians, right? They have the same songs, different concert dates. They play the same songs every day. You don't have to come up with something new every day. All right. So talk to y'all. That's the key. If y'all have any questions, hit me up. But just hit me in the comments or DM me. So talk to y'all. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye. All right. That's it.